Tonight, a fascinating tale of a 20-something suburban man who won $800,000 in sports bets. He traveled as far as Iowa to place his bets. Then when it came time to cash in, the casino said, no way. Our Suzanne Le Mignot is listening to this would-be winner and gives us an inside look at the life of a professional gambler.
These are the winners I'm holding, theoretically, or what should be $800,000 in my hand.
We meet 24-year-old Thomas McPeek in the home he shares with his parents. An area in their house is a shrine to their favorite teams.
You researched, you've read every single one of these books.
Yeah, this was a calculated attack, I guess you could say, where I thought I had an edge.
This refers to stacks and stacks of sports bets placed last year. Complicated wagers on football called parlays, where several events all have to happen to win. First stop, Horseshoe Casino in Hammond in August.
You went in with $30,000.
Roughly over the course of 1 week-ish.
And your wins were $350,000?
$350,000.
The next stop, the Isle Casino in Bettendorf, Iowa in September. Both locations happen to be owned by Caesars.
I take about $20,000. I sat at the kiosk for 4 hours just punching in my bets. Bet after bet after bet after bet after bet.
McPeek looks for wagers where he believes the odds are in his favor.
If you want to take a look at that notebook.
McPeek does extensive research, some of it laid out here in his handwriting. Over time, he and other professional gamblers believe they can gain an edge, but it's hardly a slam dunk.
It's not like I can just snap my fingers and just make the bets win. They still have to win.
Most of the tickets did not win.
In my hands right now, these are all losers.
But a few of the tickets were winners, big time.
And I won $350,000.
But they won't pay it to you.
No, they will not.
McPeek tells us Caesars voided the tickets when he tried to get his cash in October. He says he was referred to the house rules.
Do you think that's fair?
Of course not.
A similar story when he returned to the Iowa casino this January to collect $450,000 for these winning tickets. This time, he was given a printed sheet highlighting structuring or anti-money laundering rules and repeat wagering policies.
You want to fly under the radar?
I want to fly under the radar.
McPeek, like many so-called advantage players, go out of their way to remain anonymous. McPeek places a lot of smaller bets at a kiosk instead of one big one with a clerk at the counter to avoid his bets being rejected. Listen to the lengths he'll go to.
I'll switch up to the disguise, sunglasses, I'll hide my hair in my hat, I'll put it up in a bun.
Horseshoe and Hammond banned McPeek and voided his wagers. That's in contrast to FanDuel and Blue Chip Casino in Michigan City, which also banned McPeek after a big win. But Blue Chip paid him first.
They paid me a check of $127,000. They got beat. I won the bets.
McPeek took his gripes to state gambling regulators in both Indiana and Iowa. Neither state sided with him.
What would this $800,000 payday mean for you?
It's an insane amount of money.
So we took this case to 3 experts with 3 distinct points of view. Mike Lawton is a retired gaming regulator in Nevada.
There's probably some details and some circumstances that we're not privy to.
Scott Morrow retired after a career at Las Vegas casinos and now teaches gaming at UNLV.
He went around, tried to circumvent the system, circumvent the house rules, and actually drive across state lines to circumvent it. So, I mean, I have a tough time finding sympathy for his case.
I've never seen a situation like this before.
Eli Foystill literally wrote the book, multiple actually, on betting. He sides with McPeek, based on the timing of when Caesars voided the bets.
If Caesars had decided before the first game was played to void all the wagers, that would be fair. That would be saying, you've broken the rules, and when they saw that they didn't win, when they waited to see if he'd win before they voided him, that's where the problem was. The clear answer is Caesars owes this.
There's no rules against staying under the radar. It's horrible what they're doing to me.
In the end, it may be up to a judge to decide. McPeek says his next step would be to sue. Suzanne Le Mignot, CBS News, Chicago.
The Indiana Gaming Commission says Caesars followed its rules when voiding the wagers. Now regulators in Iowa say McPeek's complaint is under review. Caesar maintains McPeek's betting activity was an attempt to circumvent the rules and as a result voided the wagers. Caesars adds McPeek can get back his money that he used to place the bets, including the losers.